Hi guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match preview for tomorrow's game against Cork City at Turner's Cross. We're back from the break. It's the second half of the season now, looking to carry on from where we left off, of course, from the first half of the season, on a great run and winning games and keeping ourselves in the chasing pack. That's what we want to. We want to stay there and keep on pushing and try and cement ourselves into the top, 3 or 4, and even keep ourselves in that title race as well. It's going to be a big second half of the season, and we need to start as we need to go on here against the Cork side who have struggled this season. Obviously they have a new manager in the door now, and Jaron Nash, and he's managed a couple of games. They lost their first game against Galway, but then they picked up a good point there against Shelburne before the break at home. So look, they'll be coming into this with a bit of momentum, but it's up to us to try and kill that early on, to go here and show our quality and create some chances and take our chances as well. That's something that we probably haven't done in recent games. We've carved out a lot of opportunities, but we haven't managed to take them, and that's the frustrating thing. But look, we're still getting the wins, and we're still putting in the performances. So look, there's still a lot to be positive about, but it's just about scoring a few more goals from open play, creating a few more chances, and yeah, just carrying on the good form really. When it comes to the team, look, there's not really much to debate about, I suppose, when you're on a good run of form and things are going well. I suppose the only thing really would be, is Colin Whelan going to get the nod over Clark? We seem to have that debate most weeks, who's going to play up front. I would like to see Whelan come in and get a run of games. I think if he could just get a run going where he's starting games consistently, I think he will start scoring goals. We've had Clark up there, and look, I think he has done a good job there, Clark, in recent weeks. I think he is playing well, but I think Whelan has the ability to score goals. It's just that we need to get better service, need to allow him to try and get a bit of confidence going. And I think if he can start a few games, I think he will start scoring. It's just about the service, and look, that goes for a lot of players. I think there are players that are playing well, but maybe just aren't chipping in with the goals that we would have wanted. Players like Rooney who are starting to get into it a little bit. Brossie as well. We need to get more goals from him and other players as well. And look, I think that will come. It's just as long as we're getting results at the moment, that's all that matters. Look at other areas of the pitch. I think we're fine at the back. It looks like, even though we will be losing Gretton at the end of the month, I think he will be available for this game, which is good. Flores has had a really good run of games at left back. The midfield's looking good, so there's not really much to be complaining about. It's just the chances that we're creating at the moment. We can be doing a little bit better and taking them, and doing a bit more from open play. The last few games, we scored penalties early on, and you try and kind of see the game out as well as go for a few more goals, and it's just about finding that balance. And we definitely had a few good chances in the second half against Derry to extend the lead, but we just couldn't take them, and it's just about being able to convert those chances and not let it cost you, and making sure that it doesn't come back to haunt you. And look, Cork, they will have a bit of quality going forward that will cause us problems. Sean Maguire, Cottle O'Sullivan, they're good players. But at the back they are a bit dodgy. They are conceding goals. I think this season they haven't kept a clean sheet. They are quite inexperienced at the back. We talked about that before, how their defence is quite young, and that there are kind of frailties that we can target. And look, we probably will be facing a different Cork team to the ones that we were facing a few months back. Look back to the game in Dalymount back in April. They probably should have came out with there with something. They bet us in Turner's Cross as well back in February. But look, one thing's for sure, we're coming into this farm side, we've got more quality. We should be looking to come here and winning this game and showing our quality. And look, I don't expect it to be an easy game. I don't think it'll be a walkover. Cork will put up a fight. They are under a new manager, like we said. They will have taken some confidence from that Shells result. They're at home again. They'll be looking to carry on that momentum. But look, it's up to us to just come here and do what we've been doing in recent weeks. That's trying to control games, play good football, but also just take those chances when they come to us, because it did cost us in our last away game against Drogheda, where we we created the chances but couldn't take them, and we came out with nothing in the end, and that'll continue to punish us if we carry on doing that. So that's, let's hope that that we'll see something different in terms of our conversion of chances. Look, I know the club will probably look to bring in another centre forward in the July window. So look, for now anyway, just for these next few games, we have to work on scoring goals and creating the chances. But look, in terms of score prediction, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win. I think it'll be close. Every game's close in this league, we know that, but I just think we'll have that extra bit of quality to go down there and get the win and carry on that momentum. Like we said, we have more quality than this. We should be looking to go down here and get the win. So yeah, 2-1. I think that'd be a result we'd all take, absolutely. Just to come back from the break and get that win, and keep the belief alive that we can cement ourselves into the top four, and even keep the pressure on Rovers. And with that game coming up in a few weeks as well, a daily bound. So yeah, 2-1 win. Hopefully we get the result and we'll be sending home happy. So that's where I'll end it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you think at the end of the game or score predictions, and I'll see your reaction the day after. Bye bye.